Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you another video about vintage baseball cards. In this video, I'm going to show you some cards as I'm doing a series called Who Wore It Better. And that's where I take a jersey number and I try to find the best players to ever play the game that wore that jersey for a significant amount of time. Now, it's not going to be, it's not necessarily my list is going to be different than your list, but I want to do this like we're sitting at a bar talking, and we can have a discussion. I want you to write your comments down below. Just don't get too worked up about it because I'm just doing this for fun. Now I want to let you know that this format might change soon. I'm going to bring in somebody to help me do a collaboration while doing Who Wore It Better. And I think it will add some depth to it and maybe be even more fun than what I think it is now. I don't know if you're having fun watching it, but I am. But please comment down below when you get a chance. But before I do this, I'm going to tell you I got sponsors. That's right. I got sponsors that are contractually obligated to fulfill their contract to being my sponsors. And all three of these sponsors have their own YouTube channel. And you're going to see why they're probably my sponsors, besides being cool channels, as this video goes on. My first sponsor is Hammer44. Go watch his very first video and catch up to today. I mean, he's fun channel, great guy, fun channel. The other sponsor of this channel is Matt, the Card Story, THA Card Story. And you'll see probably why he's the sponsor of this as we go. But he's my friend and he's a sponsor, and he owes me, I don't know, half a bag of Skittles, Snicker bar, something next time I see him. And last but not least, this guy became my sponsor because I saw one of his recent videos that discussed this, one of the guys of Who Wore It Better, with a passion that's unmatched. And so that is my friend Tony, Southern Collector. All three of those guys have great YouTube channels. Get over there and give them a watch if you would. Now, the number that is chosen today in order, 45 was last week, and it was Bob Gibson. 44 this week? Well, let me show you some great players that wore number 44 before we get to Who Wore It Better. First of all, I want to tell you about a guy that wears this. Now, you tell me if this doesn't sound like a Hall of Famer to you. A WAR of 64, 2,179 hits, 372 home runs, 1,230 hits. Let me start this guy over, okay? He had a 64 WAR, 2,179 hits, 372 home runs, 1,230 RBI, and he's batting .288 lifetime. He's a 7-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove winner, a 5-time Silver Slugger, and an MVP. You scroll down, and he's compared. You scroll down on Baseball Reference, where I like looking things up, and he's compared to three solid players: Fred McGriff, David Ortiz, and Orlando Cepeda. And I'm talking about Paul Goldschmidt. Now, he wore 44 for a significant amount of time. He's not wearing 44 right now, I don't believe. But I think he's put up a Hall of Fame resume. What do you think? Let me know in your comments. Also, number 4 on my list, that is not the one who wore it better, but my gosh, he had a 36 WAR. He had 1,430 hits, 282 home runs, and almost 1,000 RBI. And he had a 269 lifetime batting average. He was a 2-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner. And he was a 2-time Silver Slugger winner, and he was a World Series champ. And when he donned the number 44 in the Cincinnati Reds uniform, he instantly made that team a star, elite. And I'm talking about Eric Davis. Now, Eric Davis, his career was riddled with illness and injury, and he's a lifetime story of what could have been. but he's a fan favorite in Cincinnati, and he's compared in Baseball Reference to Kirk Gibson, Darryl Strawberry, and Roger Maris, and that's kind of where I see him too. He was a great, great player, but just not quite good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. And matter of fact, he made an episode of Just a Bit Outside. He was a great, great player that had power and speed personified. I want to show you that card again because I really loved that card and wanted that card as a kid. Now, third on my list, but probably should be second on the list when you kind of balance things out. You guys tell me. Let me tell you about his stats. 74 WAR, 2,584 hits, 563 home run, 1,702 RBI, and a 262 lifetime hitter. He was a 14-time All-Star, a 2-time Silver Slugger. He was an MVP in 1973, 4-time home run champ, 5 times World Series champ. He had 3 famous home runs off of 3 pitches in the World Series. He's the straw that stirs the drink. Reggie Jackson. Now I want you to look at his rookie card, and I just love it. Now he's kind of adopted by 2 teams that just think that they only played for them, but he actually played for a few more. The Yankees love him, and the A's love him. And here's a 76. As Thurman Munson once said, there's not enough mustard in the stadium to cover that hot dog. He had battles with managers, and he had, his bat flip. I think he had the original bat flip, and he lowered his shoulders when he went around the bases on a home run. What a great player. What a great player. And if he wore any other number, he might be the one that wore it better. But on this series, with me saying, I think he's number 2 on the list, even though I'm showing him as number 3. When you scroll down on Baseball Reference again, he's compared to Frank Robinson, Mike Schmidt, and King Griffey Jr. Number 44. Number 2 on the list, our man, Reggie Jackson. Now, the person that I'm showing second to the last, but he's not number 1 on who wore it better, and that is Willie McCovey. Now, Willie McCovey had a 64.5 WAR, 2,211 hits, 521 home runs, 1,555 RBI, lifetime batting average of 270. He was a Rookie of the Year, 6-time All-Star, 3-time home run champ, an MVP in 1969. And that's Willie McCovey. I love this 72 swing. How about his rookie card, 1960? And a 1966 Topps. Now, I love doing player runs, and I've finished both Jackson and McCovey. Now, McCovey, they compare him to Fred McGriff, Willie Stargell, Mike Schmidt, and Eddie Matthews in Baseball Reference. But as Johnny Bench said famously in an interview, we don't have a pitcher on our staff that could throw one by Willie McCovey. And so, number probably 3 on this list, Willie McCovey. Now, getting to number 1 on who wore it better, and I don't think there's any argument. Matter of fact, you could have chosen most uniform numbers, and this guy would have worn it better. And you guys already know it's Hank Aaron. Now, Hank Aaron, gosh, what a great player. 143.2 WAR, 3,771 career home runs. 3,771 hits, 755 home runs. You take away all his home runs, and he still has over 3,000 hits. 2,297 RBI, a lifetime batting average of 305, a 25-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner, and a 2-time batting champ. He was a World Series champ, and he was a 3-time home run champ. And that is Hank Aaron. Now, I want you to look at this. Love these cards. Now, Hank Aaron, I think he's underrated, to tell you the truth. I do. I think he's underrated. But what a great player. Now, who do you compare Hank Aaron to? Who does Baseball Reference compare Hank Aaron to? Well, they compare him to Pujols, Mays, Bonds, Ruth, and Musial. Some of the greatest players of all time, and Hank Aaron is one of the greatest players of all time. And I, even though you say that, even though I say it out loud, I don't say it with enough definition to tell you how great he really was. So I think I'm underplaying how great he was. His rookie card is one of the most iconic cards in the hobby, and again, a great player and a great ambassador to the game. And I just think when it comes to me doing this little series, he definitely wore number 44 better than anybody else. What a great player. Guys, leave your comments down below. If I missed somebody, which I might have, if I missed one of your favorite players, put him down and let me know who it is. Let me know if I got him out of order, what you think the order should have been. And just follow along and like this. Don't get all worked up. We're still friends. If I left somebody out, you didn't like my list, let me know. I love doing this. Go over and watch Hammer 44, Matt the Card Story, and Tony Southern Collector. What some great ambassadors to the hobby they are too. And guys, keep watching this. Keep leaving me comments, and I love doing it. But guys, remember, this is just a hobby. Collect what you like.